Hi there, welcome back to my channel. This video is going to be doing another Hollyoaks Hangar Killer updated storyline predictions video. Alright, cool, and you guys know what I'm going to ask you. If you could send in your Q&A questions and your video suggestions, I would really appreciate it. That way I can do more Q&A videos and I can do more general videos, yeah. So come out this video, click on my name below, which will take you to the home page of my channel. Click on the About tab in the channel, you'll find everything you need there to send me your Q&A questions and your video suggestions as well. Yeah, you can also just comment them to me in any comment section in any video, and I'll get them that way as well. So yeah, I kind of needed to give my updated thoughts on the Hand Glove Killer situation, the Hand Glove Killer storyline. Now that Phoebe has passed away / been murdered, you could say. If you guys haven't checked out my Phoebe exit review, it should be in the channel by now. I'll probably upload that before I upload this. So yeah, chances are if you're watching this, that's already been uploaded. And I have my Robbie video for Friday, which I haven't told you guys what that's about, but yeah, I'll tell you when that I've recalled that. But yeah, seeing as Phoebe was taken by the Hand Glove Killer victim this time, I kind of needed to update my thoughts, seeing as she was taken by that particular person and not just from something else. So excuse me. Yeah, so I think this time with Phoebe, I think it was Lindsay. I said that in my Phoebe exit review. I think this one was Lindsay purely because just kind of her attitude towards the whole situation, and because, you know, the situation with Freddie. Basically, I think if Lindsay knows that if Lindsay knows that if Phoebe had woken up, and well, she did wake up, but if she did, you know, remembered everything, which she didn't really get round to talking about what happened that much. She said it was Grace to Robbie, because that's the voice that she heard. Because you could kind of hear her. They were played like in the episode. You could kind of hear her thoughts with the gunshot and that. But we all know it was Joe. Um, I don't know if she would actually end up knowing it was Joe, though. That's the thing, because I don't remember Joe speaking at any point, really. He was speaking a bit, but then after the gunshot went off, he didn't really speak after. And Phoebe didn't really see anything unless she was looking out that window, because you guys know Joe kind of shot and it went kind of the other way, and then it went through the window. So maybe she was looking through the window. I think from that kind of height, she would have maybe had to have been standing up, although she could have been looking the other way, although I'm sure she would have maybe heard some of the argument or something like that. We don't know now because she's passed away. I think basically Lindsay would have protected Freddie and Joe from, you know, what Phoebe could have said, although she did come out with saying that she thought it was Grace, but she only told that to Robbie. Um, yeah, my video's on Jason. Sorry. Yeah, she only heard. She only told Robbie that she thought it was Grace because of the voice that we guys heard. Us guys heard. So the only other person I think it could be is maybe Tegan. If you guys noticed, literally like 2 minutes before Phoebe was passed away / murdered, she said to Kim that she really needed to go on a break, like a, I don't know, coffee break or tea break or something like that. She didn't say what kind of break it was to Kim, and she was kind of really not like violently kind of persistent on that, but she was really kind of persistent on the fact that she needed to go on the break. And Kim basically gave in eventually, and then as you guys saw, they had to change the records, and is it Celine? I get mixed up between Celine and Cleo. The Dr. McQueen. Um, she did tell Dr. Savage, but we didn't really see the aftermath of that quite yet. So we'll have to wait and see what happens with that. But I think this was definitely Lindsay or maybe Tegan. I don't see anyone else wanting to do that. I don't see any reason Kim needed to do that. Definitely not Celine. She wouldn't murder her own sister or whatever Phoebe is to her. She wouldn't murder her own family basically. And then you've got who's the other one? I'm forgetting someone. Doctor Savage. Yeah, I don't think he would do it either. He has no real reason to. So yeah, either Tegan for some reason because she went on the break. And then she pretty much, I think she put, did she take off her? I think she took off her gloves and then walked off. But if she put on her gloves and then walked off, it would be more obvious, wouldn't it? So I think it could have been maybe Tegan. I'm just putting her down as maybe. I'm putting Lindsay down as more likely, and the other three just no. I don't think they have any reason to. Lindsay is the reasons I said to protect Joe and Freddie, to stop her talking basically. So we'll have to see who the fourth Hang-Up Killer victim is. I'm gonna say it depends on who ends up in hospital. Really, it depends who ends up in hospital. As we saw, Joe is in hospital now, but he isn't really. He woke up and he said he couldn't feel his legs. But he isn't. Hasn't. Didn't get shot or anything like that. The victims that we've had before have been more damaged. If you guys get what I'm saying, like Dan was pushed out the window. It's much more dangerous than being hit around the. I think did Robbie hit him on the legs? Robbie or Jason? I get mixed up with him too. I think he hit him on the legs because he said he couldn't feel his legs. Of course, Will fell off a building and Rick was punched. He was punched in the head there, I think, pretty much. And then he did hit his head on the ground below him, which can cause quite a lot of damage. So, out of all of those people, Joe has received the least damage, in terms of like dying. But he could maybe be next. I think basically anyone at this point that gets injured and ends up in hospital could be. So just as like a wild prediction, I'm going to say Joe. I don't think it will actually be him. So yeah, we'll have to wait and see who it actually is. I would say maybe Patrick. Patrick could be another person. I said before, maybe if he goes in for some kind of checkup because of his motor neuron disease. I hope I said that right. So maybe if he goes in for a checkup and he's left alone with someone, he could be the next victim potentially. I don't want that to be the way Patrick goes. He deserves a worse death than that. Definitely deserves a worse. He definitely deserves a worse death than Phoebe. Phoebe doesn't even deserve to die, full stop anyway. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see what happens. But those are my predictions: either Joe or Patrick. As a third guess, I would say, is anyone pregnant right now? I think there is a lot of pregnant people, but I can't think. Who else could it be? I don't know off the top of my head. I'm not sure. If I think of someone, I'll give an update in another video. But I'm gonna go with Joe or Patrick. Don't want it to be Joe. I would prefer it to be Patrick of the two of those. I can't think of anyone else. Maybe Tegan. Maybe she goes in for some kind of cancer chemo treatment update type thing. Although she is a nurse in the hospital, so I think maybe she wouldn't be one. But that doesn't like exclude her from being killed. So yeah, those are my guesses. Either Tegan, Joe, or Patrick. So yeah, if you guys like this video, please thumb it up. If you want to help support the channel, please share it, please favourite it. Share it through your Facebook, Twitter, everything like that, through your Instagram, Snapchat, everything else that you guys have. I'll see you guys soon. If you're signed up to and signed into YouTube, please feel free to subscribe. And yeah, that's it for this video, guys. I'll see you Friday, I guess. I'm recording this on Wednesday, but I will record on Thursday or something like that. I'll work it out, but I'll see you guys hopefully Friday. And yeah, that's it for this video, guys. I'll see you soon. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Cheers.